The arteries.
Hello, everybody.
Hi!
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, is the Cyborg.
Oh, hello.
How are you, friend?
Great.
Ryan, how are you?
I'm swell. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm living the dream. Right, Megan?
Yep.
Somebody out there's like, you didn't ask her how she is.
He doesn't care.
That's true. One of you guys will have to ask her.
How's it going, Megan?
You know.
The bait.
I know.
She goes, you know.
Ask Jack.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Ask
babe.
me.
How am I?
Fair to partly cloudy.
That's fair. It's been a rough week, so there's a cloud hovering for sure.
Okay. You know who doesn't have a Ford supply?
Is it Tony
Oh,
and
no.
Nellos?
How do you ruin this?
no.
Every week almost.
Every week, I am the seamless transition
Yeah, and
king.
you just failed
He had the
miserably right
crown and he
then.
just dropped it.
You went
did.
like 50 weeks in a row with like a perfect delivery.
I did.
And then the last 2 weeks, you're just like,
Wow.
I think you're doing too many podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's burning a hole in you.
You know who is doing another podcast, though? It's Ford Supply Company. I'm
It's
kidding.
all about soaps.
All about soaps. The Soap Don.
Ooh, the Soapcast.
Yes. This episode of Alter
Trademark
Ego
that.
is sponsored by Ford Supply Company. Makers of all natural and organic soaps for men.
And
With
women.
scents like tropical teak wood, citrus IPA, cypress pine,
Outlaw.
and many more. Visit their website at fordsupply.com to order online and use promo code ALTEREGO to get 10% off your order. Ford soap, real soap, no bullshit.
Stop yelling at me.
You're screaming.
And for legal reasons, Megan's for women comment. It's not true. It's only for men.
That's
There's a
probably
legally
a good
binding
disclaimer.
contract.
However,
Ladies, you
if
will
you
love
want to
it.
wash your ass with this, you can.
Wow.
Ladies,
Amongst other things,
all the things.
wash
Okay.
your... I don't
Okay. Okay. You know who else is next?
You know who else washes their ass?
You know who else washes their ass? I don't know about that.
Oh, is this me?
You
Okay.
you transitioned like a pro, so I'm handing it to you.
Ah, you know who else washes their ass? Tony and Nether. Oh, Ryan,
The crown is
you're
back.
up.
That's what we're gonna do. The rotating ad.
Tony
If somebody
and Nether.
messes up. You know
Tony and Nello's Southern Italian cuisine and grill is a hidden gem that is family owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg, Florida, at 1136 Pinellas Bayway South.
Pass it.
Verde. Oh,
Pass
I
it.
Oh,
did
he saved
Pass
it.
it.
Pick it up where you
So I'm
left
just-
off.
okay.
I saved it.
I thought you were gonna pick it up and go, I'm not reading this.
They are located at 1136 Pinellas Bayway South, Tierra Verde, Florida. This is a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNose.com.
She even seasoned it a little bit. That was
Yeah.
good.
I was going to say it like you
Good
mean
job.
Add roulette. Like
Yeah, add roulette. I
All
really
that shit
like
I
that.
talked, I messed up on the third word.
You're like, yeah, that was bad.
Tears.
Words are hard, bro.
Yeah.
Reading
Last
hard.
little announcement that I had. I actually had the pleasure of joining Mark Hoffmeyer from Movies, Films, and Flicks to discuss everyone's favorite day-walking vampire hunter. His Blade episode is out on Movies, Films, and Flicks. He's joined us several times. His movie knowledge and the way he looks at stuff is very unique to me. I liked it a lot. We got to dive into specifically the Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, the initial movie. So check it out. I think you'll like it. Okay, moving on. We have some news today.
Oh.
Yeah, we have some news.
I feel like that means there's a lot.
Dare
of
I say a lot, and things for us
Wow.
to talk about.
Don't exaggerate.
I won't.
Okay.
I won't tell you this is the biggest news of the year.
Oh, my God. Where was I?
Don't do that.
I just said I won't tell you that. So,
Oh.
Don't do that.
yeah,
Is it?
it's not.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not. It would be cool if it was.
I know.
Be a lot cooler if it was. But yeah, we've got 3 different chunks of news today. Gaming didn't make it this week. Can we have a moment of silence for gaming?
Rip.
Thank you.
How long? Oh,
Thank you.
I got Breath of the Wild from GameFly, so that's gonna start this week.
Hey, have you never played?
No,
Oh, I love it.
I played. No,
I wish I could
that's a
see
lie.
this through your eyes.
I played a little bit at a buddy's house, and that's it. So this is my first time having it in home, ready to go.
For those of you sitting at home, if you are not really an avid gamer, which I think it's fair to say you're not,
I am not.
and you are at your local retailer and you have a Xbox Series X, a PS5, and a Nintendo Switch sitting in front of you, get the Switch.
Switch is great.
Get the Switch.
10%. I'm not even gonna lie. I concur with that.
Yeah.
Love
It is, I think, the best gaming console out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can ask Megan, I am on the Xbox Series X all the time.
every day.
Yep.
If their social interactions and features were better, like they are on Xbox Series X, I might be on that most exclusively.
Honestly, bro, I don't play mine that much because I just turn it on. I'm like, all these games that I have, I don't know what to play.
Do you have Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
I have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Handled. You need to get Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, and then we can jump on Discord and play together.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. He's in the news today, by the way.
Oh, cool.
He is.
Ooh.
For sure.
World of Warcraft?
Owen Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Something need
I
doing?
thought we were talking about WoW.
I was.
That's
too.
from Warcraft.
Oh, so what are you playing Breath of the Wild on?
Oh,
Gonna
Switch.
do master mode or are you gonna play it
Oh,
regular?
I have no idea. It just came in the mail. I don't know.
Regular.
Master mode?
Yeah. The only game that I am picking up, and if it says, okay, here's the highest tier, you want to start here, is Gears. If it's a Gears, I could say I can hang at any level of Gears.
I play video games to relax. I don't need this master mode shit.
And let me tell you what, master mode of Breath of the Wild has got to be serious.
It is pretty rough, but to me, it made the game way better.
Nice.
Maybe if I do a second round, I'll go back to master
I was
mode.
gonna say, if you run it through the first time, play it normally. The second time, definitely go master mode. Changes the whole way you play the game.
Do your swords break any faster?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's the same thing, but it becomes more of a stealth thing too, because you don't have as many weapons. So like, you'll go to a place and instead of just beating up everything that you would, because they get their health regenerated back, you tiptoe along a little more. You're trying to sneak in and sneak out of things, and you're picking your battles and your fights a lot better. It's a lot more fun.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
to start off on the plateau when you first start, and master mode, there's a fucking Lionel there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Richie?
You'll find out when you get to one of those.
It's something you
You'll
don't want
find
to
out
deal
when you
with
get to
Lino
one
early
from
on.
Thundercats?
You guys are getting silly, and we have serious things to talk about, like Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Wow.
LeBron James.
Lejean Brames.
Brames.
There was confirmation from Don Cheadle that there's going to be a very big cameo in Space Jam. Anybody want to guess who it is?
Is it Cheadle himself?
It's me.
Michael Jordan.
He's playing the villain.
It's got to be
Ding,
Michael
ding, ding,
Jordan.
I don't
ding.
know.
It's
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Do we know
What?
this, or are we guessing this?
No, Don Cheadle came out and said it in an interview.
Did Don Cheadle get fired for this? It's okay, guys. Michael Jordan's in it.
Ask yourself if anybody fires Don Cheadle.
No.
Yeah, exactly. You've
He's
seen
the one,
Rush Hour
he's the one
2.
who takes everybody's job after they get fired.
You've seen
Still
Rush
got my
Hour 2.
lunch money from the second grade.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Will we be able to
Love
watch
that.
this movie for free?
I don't know.
This is an HBO Max all day, isn't
Then yeah, I think we can.
it? Yeah.
But I will not be paying money to see it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to pay money to see it.
Unless our darling children come out and say, we really want to watch Space Jam. We're not spending money on it.
And even if they say, we really want to watch Space Jam, okay, I'll order a couple pizzas and we'll watch it here on HBO Max because I'm not paying any money to
There's
see it
some
in theaters.
microwave
No, I'm
popcorn.
saying like if it's on the HBO that you have to pay for.
Oh,
Anyway,
if it's like
doesn't
a
matter.
premium or something?
No, I think it's
I
on
don't
the
think-
HBO free.
Oh, perfect.
Because
Yeah.
I think all their stuff is
Even
free
better.
this year.
Cool.
And then after that, it goes back to theaters.
All right. Well, that's all I had for that. I mean, listen, I think I've been quite clear about this. The only reason I would go to see a Space Jam movie is for Daffy Duck. That's it. No Daffy,
Say
no
the
me.
line. Say the line from the first one that you love so much.
What do you mean?
The line that he says.
No, there's not a line from the Space Jam that I like a lot.
From the first one.
Oh, your shorts from college? Gosh, I
shit.
just love Daffy so much. He's
Right
my
there?
spirit cartoon. Yep, he's right behind me on the Funko wall. My guy. Okay, moving on. I actually feel like we spent too much time on Space Jam there.
All 45 seconds is way too long.
I don't know if we talked about this, but there was another trailer that came out for Stranger Things season 4. Anybody see this?
I did.
There's a trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, what poop.
There's a show called Stranger Things.
Damn it, Ryan.
No surprise from that corner. Ding, ding.
It's like a teaser little
It is a
thingama-
teaser.
thingamajiggy.
It focuses on all of the children and the guy running the secret government organization. And then they zoom in on the door that says 11 and Stranger Things season 4. So cool. All right. I'll check it out. Whatever.
I hear it's going to be a while for that anyways.
So not speaking of trailers, things that actually came out. Did we talk about May the 4th?
Be with you?
The Bad Batch coming out?
No, I haven't seen it yet either.
yeah. We have
Has
that to watch.
Anybody seen Bad Batch?
I have,
not.
because I watched it with you.
That's right.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Do I have to watch the Clone Wars and know what's going on in that for this to make sense to me?
I didn't watch the Clone Wars, and I seemed just fine.
Okay.
You have to kind of know Star Wars lore a little bit for things to make sense.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
out.
I do.
So, but other than that, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Clone Wars
it's-
is just the one thing I didn't really get into at the time.
It's definitely geared towards children,
Yeah.
but it's a good show.
I liked it.
Why are all these cartoons geared towards children?
Right. Why can't there be more fun adult cartoons?
Like Invincible. That one's great.
I got one episode left.
Speaking of that, Adult Swim. I know you know Adult Swim.
I know
you
Adult
know
Swim.
Adult Swim.
I know of Adult Swim.
Okay.
I used to watch some stuff on Adult Swim.
Let's ask around the table. What was your favorite Adult Swim show?
The one show that they're about to make a movie out of.
Oh boy. there's-
Aqua Team Hunger Force.
There's actually
Go.
about to make 3
I know.
movies.
I don't remember
That's
what
the
Did
one I
you
care
watch
about.
anything other than
I'm a Venture Brothers guy all day long.
Okay.
I don't really remember what I used to watch on there. I just remember that I did.
We watched something from there the other day.
South Park.
Nope. Wow.
I don't know.
What did we watch that
Space
you were
Ghost.
angry at me for paying $1.99 for?
Oh, I wasn't angry at
She
you.
was angry. She was angry. She was angry. You see this shiner in my eye? Yeah, they see it.
I don't
Jack's
remember what
wincing
that
as she
show's
talks.
even called.
Oh God, she just flinched at me. Metalocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, of the 3 shows that we have mentioned, they are all getting movies
That's cool.
from Adult Swim.
Animated movies, yeah? They're staying with the
Yeah,
same.
they're not doing live action Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
You
I was
never
gonna
know.
wonder how they were gonna pull
You
that
never
off.
know.
Anybody want to throw the frisbee?
And it's just a picture.
I do love myself a little bit of meat roll. It's going to be so fun. We're going to have Boxer Brown, Carl Frylock, Master Shake. It's going to be a good time.
I want to know how you do that so bad.
Damn it. Your
That is
voices are
awesome.
so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good, guys. Stop by, watch the show. It's gonna be cool. Dooba, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm jealous.
I'm a big fan of Metalocalypse. I was like, there's gonna be a Metalocalypse movie. Oh my God. You guys ever watch that show?
You do those
Oh, yeah.
voices,
I've seen
too.
all these shows.
I do all. I do
What's the
all. I
thing you
do
do?
all the Metalocalypse voices. Well, man, it's gonna be pretty metal. Yeah, so cares you're going to watch the Metalocalypse movies. I can hold my breath and do a real cool blowjob. Don't say you can do a blowjob. God damn it, Cooper.
That's really all of them, isn't it?
And
No, there's one more.
here's Pickles. You can do the drums. Do.
God damn it.
I know. How do you do that?
I don't know.
I've never even heard of that show. So
It's so funny. So the premise of Metalocalypse is there is a band that has become so crazy huge that they like become their own government. Whatever they do, people just like rabidly go after. But then like you get to go inside and get with the band and they're fucking morons. And it's my favorite
Sounds
thing.
about right.
Everything's gotta be brutal. It's gotta be metal. And like my favorite episode or one of my favorite clips is when they find a guy on yoga who's able to suck his own dick. And they've all individually seen the video. And so at random points they open their door and they're sitting there trying to do it. Like they walk in, a lead singer's like, "Hey, you guys see the video of that guy singing?" It's like, yeah, why would you even do anything? Why would you go outside? If I could do that, I wouldn't do anything. So yeah,
He's got a fair point right there.
I was very excited to see that. So speaking of movies, Knives Out 2. So I've got to watch Knives Out 1.
I was going to say, am I still the only one in the room that's seen Knives Out?
I know what happens. I've spoiler alerted myself. I
hate that you do
big
that to
fan
yourself.
of spoilers. I was just like, how are they making a second one, and why are they making a second one? But that's neither here nor there. They've had some casting rumors. Have you heard this?
I know one person.
I saw
think that's
one
in it.
face.
There's 3 people that have joined the cast with Daniel Craig, who's already been paid oodles
It's a
of
great
money.
cast. Like it's a
Chris Evans was in the first one, but we won't talk about anything that happens in the first one. Barf. But casting number 1, Edward Norton, who love him or hate him, that dude's fantastic.
yeah, he good.
He's really good.
Just not as a whole.
One of our favorite guys, Dave Bautista, has been cast in Knives Out Part 2.
Our boy is working.
And one of our favorite gals, dare I say, I know it's one of our favorite gals, Catherine Hahn, has been tied to that movie.
Nice.
Yeah, who's Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
She's also been in Anchorman and all kinds of stuff. She's
She's great.
hilarious.
We just rewatched both Anchorman, and I'm like, it's Agatha all along.
I feel really bad that when I saw Catherine Hahn get cast, I was like, I'll have to check it out. Edward Norton didn't do it for me. Batista, I was like, okay. Then they said Catherine Hahn. I was like, okay.
It's
All right. I'll watch
I
it.
don't want to push it on you, but it's a really good movie. I like murder mysteries, though, so it all depends on if you like Poirot kind of stuff.
Can you back off?
A little bit.
Only a tiny.
Like, I don't want to press you,
bit.
but like, no, you never do. You never press us.
Leaning in.
Do this.
Please?
A show that I know you and I loved or love has announced season 2.
What? With the shoe?
Dave,
I love Dave.
starring Lil Dicky.
Little Dicky.
Dave season 2. And I love the ad poster is a pair of shorts and his head hanging out of the bottom like a Lil Dicky.
Oh God!
That dude is
Great.
comic genius. He's very good, very talented. His music's really good too.
What a fantastic show.
Yeah. I like Dave.
I know they're doing Atlanta season 3,
Hi, I'm
too,
Dave.
and I'm very
Hi, I'm
excited
Dave.
about that.
Who's Dave?
Yep. One of our faves. Dave, one of our faves. But yeah. So back to Dave Bautista. He's in this a lot
Other Dave.
today.
I was gonna say the other day.
Dave Bautista's got a lot of news today, so strap in, Bautista fans.
Let's do it.
So we all know he had a meeting with WB not too long ago. We discussed it, where he talked about how he wanted to play Bane, and he pitched that to them and was saying he could play it in a way where he's physically imposing and a genius at the same time. And it sounds like to me like Dave Bautista's actually a big fan of Bane.
Yeah, don't say no to that.
And if you're WB, go with it.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest stars out right now, and he makes a lot of good decisions with the roles that he takes, I feel. But here was the interesting part of that meeting that we didn't know. They were offering him a role in Fast 9, which I have to assume was maybe John Cena's role.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds about right.
He would look more convincing as Dom's brother to me than John Cena. Nothing against John Cena. They just don't look alike. But he turned that down. He was like, I have zero interest in Fast 9. But what I do want to talk to you about is playing Marcus Phoenix in a Gears of War movie. I'd be first in line for that movie. But the problem is they'd be going in somewhere. I'd be like, go left. There's a dog tag there. Yep. You want to get the Lancer. You want to go in that door there. Never mind.
So wait, that's confirmed?
No, it's something he asked
He
for.
wants it. I mean, I can
If
see
that
why
was
he'd
confirmed, that's a big deal.
be a bitter Batista day.
Yeah.
But I can see why he wouldn't want to be in the Fast 9 movie, because whoever got cast in that role was just The Rock's replacement. And he does not want to be touched. Because they pulled The Rock out of those movies.
Yeah,
So
because of the Hobbs and Shaw thing.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if The Rock makes a return,
he's
though.
gonna come back.
No. Well, maybe.
He
I
will.
mean, him and Vin Diesel do not get along, apparently.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel likes money.
That's true.
And The Rock prints his own.
But Vin Diesel believes he makes more money than anybody else.
He does. That's his franchise. He owns it.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Well, that was why it was the Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that Batista's willing to look at stuff like that and go, no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And
just take it.
Stick to
John
his.
Cena will do it. It's fine.
John's freaking brilliant too, though. I like John.
I know, I like
John
all
might
of
be
them.
blowing up here pretty soon.
John and Batista are like in the battle of who's going to be the next wrestler who actually converts to a legitimate.
As of right
Hollywood
now,
actor.
if we call that race today, I'm giving it
Batista.
to Batista.
All
Oh, of course, but only because of Guardians.
Yeah.
What
I
else
mean,
is
but
there?
also he's got Army of the Dead coming out right now.
Stuber.
Yeah.
The Spy
Stuber.
movie.
He was in that hotel
My
movie.
Spy.
What was it? Hotel Artemis.
Hotel Artemis. Yeah,
which I
he
haven't
was-
seen.
He was Vesuvius or something. He's named after some big mountain because he's a mountain of a man with Ellen Hunt. Helen Hunt, not Ellen Hunt.
Ellen Hunt.
Helen
is her
Hunt.
cousin.
Helen Hunt, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that one didn't grab me. Okay.
We shall
But I'll watch Batista kill a horde of zombies and maybe get eaten by it.
I mean, they put him in the game. If they're not, why do all that if they're not going to?
Talking about Gears.
Yeah.
They put him in the game as Marcus Phoenix. So
Yeah.
clearly the Coalition, which is the developer for Gears, is all in on that.
Yeah, just do it.
I mean, why wouldn't you want that big star taking over your movie?
Exactly.
So
Because it's a video game movie, and a lot of people like to
you're a
stay away
video
from
game
those.
movie, okay? You're a video game movie.
I am.
That is the biggest insult you've ever received.
But you know what? I'd watch you.
No, you wouldn't. No one ever does.
On HBO Max for free.
I think the only video game movie I'm looking forward to watching is Last of Us.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
want to
played
see
the
that
game.
too. I want to see that too.
We'll see.
Um,
Thank you, Megan.
My darling wife doesn't really care for watching me play Gears.
What?
But Last of Us, we'd watch that.
Oh, and
I don't hate watching you play Gears.
Nobody said that.
what's the Nathan Drake?
Oh my God.
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
yeah.
Thank you.
Don't like to play those, but I'll definitely watch Tom Holland.
Yeah. On to some DC news.
We can't get too far without DC news.
That's right. DC did have some news this week and last week. There was one at the tail end of last week that I didn't get in because we were kind of going long.
Oh, okay.
But DC, and I'm interested to hear people's take on this, is actively searching for a black director and a black actor to reboot Superman.
All right, man, I'll do it. Just stroke the check.
What, both or which role?
So
Both of them.
Both.
So this didn't actually come as a surprise to me because there's been rumors for a long time that Michael B. Jordan wants to play Superman.
Please do it.
That would be pretty great, actually.
I mean,
can
he's
see
a
that.
fantastic actor. He's
Yeah.
certainly got the physique for it.
And there's precedent in the comics for an alternate universe Black Superman.
So that's what was going to be my question. Do they make it an alternate universe?
Don't
Do
make
they
him Clark
add
Kent.
him to...
They're going to make him Clark Kent. Don't do it. Let's
Why?
do other universes.
Why?
Because nerds are going to lose their minds.
Because everything doesn't have to be tied together. Just,
Doesn't matter.
just-
Nerds are going to lose their mind either
Yeah.
way.
Just let people tell stories. They're going to have J.J. Abrams on as an executive producer. Just let this happen
So my biggest
without
thing,
the constraints of the universe.
my biggest thing is, let's not make it about the race. Let's make it about, can the actor play the role?
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And Michael B. Jordan can play any of the roles.
Mhm. All of them at the same time.
I mean, he's a very talented kid. So when I look at that and they say, oh, we're going to make him Clark Kent, fine, make him Clark Kent. Let's not make him somebody else because he's black.
I'm just sick of Clark Kent, I guess. I don't know.
You think it's...
There are other stories to tell.
That's a good point. So you're ready for a
Something
new
new.
vision, new telling, something that...
As much as I love Batman, I'm sick of
Hold
Batman
on,
movies.
hold on. Clutches Pearls, the same Batman loving month.
I was listen here.
Oh,
Seriously, like DC has a vast universe of characters. Batman, I'm not even looking for, like, if they would make any movie, like, they don't need to make another Batman movie right now. Will I
Right.
watch this next one that's
Right.
coming out? Yes.
Yeah.
But they need to stop making Batman and Superman movies. They have a whole universe full of characters that they can pull from.
They do.
I 1,000% agree.
There's
That's why I'm super stoked for this Flash. Like, I don't care if it's gonna probably be bad, but it's
Well,
something
this
different.
Flash is DC's. We've talked about this too on the podcast. I think this Flash is their way to press reset on everything and bring all their properties together and make it canon, because that's what Flash does. He does a Flashpoint situation, everything changes, and you just have to accept it. Why? Because Flash messed with time.
But they always do this, especially in the comics, to try and fix everything.
Yep.
Air quotes. You can't see air quotes on a podcast. But they try and fix everything, but then they half commit, and they try and pull stuff in and get rid of stuff and try and mesh it all together, and it just makes it more confusing altogether.
I agree. I was going to watch Justice League Dark Apocalypse War back to back to back to back. I loved it that much until the very end,
It's
when
their easy
Constantine walks up to Flash and says, "Hey, would you mind?" And I was like, God damn it! It's such a good movie. Leave it.
Just like when they did that in the Zack Snyder's Justice League
Let's
cut.
pursue that universe. I'll watch that universe.
I thought you hit your wife in the face with papers. She jumped a little bit.
Wouldn't be the first
I'd
time.
have punched you square in the teeth.
Got a paper cut.
She would.
And Constantine, that's another series I want to see brought back so badly.
There's still talks of
So
Keanu
badly.
picking up the Constantine mantle, which, let's get it. I love that.
That's exactly what I fucking want.
I want to see a Booster Gold. I want to see a Blue Beetle. I want to see more Aquaman stuff. No more Superman.
Me too.
No more Superman.
You're an Aquaman.
So we're gonna go in on DC here a little bit.
All right. What
Speaking
else?
of broadening the universe, Margot Robbie has come out publicly and said, and I think this is pretty cool.
She's got an OnlyFans?
She
How
wants.
much?
No. That was
in.
you. That was you. What was your OnlyFans handle? You said it last
You know,
time.
it was Chocolate Dropper, and then I realized that
it was
Chocolate
taken.
Dropper.
Kevin Hart already has that.
Damn.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
have to
think of something new. Get back to us. We'll post it on the page. We'll link you up, man.
Yeah, click this link.
Margot Robbie wants Poison Ivy brought into the DCU,
Yep.
specifically because they have. Oh, you want that?
Yes,
Get a
thank
little
you.
applause.
I was going to do it myself, but
You, bud.
I don't mind a little
Hey,
audio
man,
help.
it's for you.
Oh, thank you. Clap in the
Because
clap.
of the recent romantic relationship that they've been in the DC comics, or the comics and the animated series.
And it's done really well. It's not like, oh my God, look at them. They're lesbians and they're
That's-
kissing.
Right.
No, they have like a real
Right.
relationship.
Well, because
So it's
I
nice.
look at somebody like Margot Robbie, who's an established actress who really actually gives a crap about the character, and she wouldn't ask for that for those reasons.
Yeah.
She would want it to be well done, and I'm all for it.
Okay. Slight spoilers for the Harley Quinn HBO series I've been telling you to watch since day one. But that's part of the art, and it's done really well. Like, it's really tasteful and really nice. So, do that.
Nice.
On screen.
Okay. That's your homework, listeners at home.
Yes, do it on screen.
Wait,
Is there scissors?
So the reason I put these
Damn it, Ryan. I said it was nice.
I put these
Scissoring's nice.
Jesus
Depends on
Christ.
which part of the... Never mind.
wow.
Is there also rock and paper?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Nobody
Moving
gets
on, moving on. So I put these two together. I have Margot Robbie's request of the DCU, and I was like, let's see how much weight this holds, because there's somebody else who has had dealings with the DCU that came out very publicly and said they want nothing to do with my vision and my ideas of the DCU. Can we guess who that is?
Zack Snyder?
Bingo! Zack Snyder.
Good.
He came out and said, well, my Man of Steel 2 plans involved Lex Luthor and Brainiac. And part of me looks at that and goes, don't say those names just because you want people to go back to hashtag war for
Is
you.
it Jesse Eisenberg? Because I'm out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, too, about that character, that I like Jesse Eisenberg. I didn't like his vision for Lex Luthor.
I think he should stick to doing magic.
I loved him in Zombieland.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good actor. He does pick some cool, eccentric roles. I really want to see that karate movie he was in. It all looks good, but Lex Luthor, for me, when I picture Lex Luthor, I picture somebody that's very stoic and very
Presidential.
yeah,
Like Kevin Spacey before all the weird stuff
and
happened.
has
Yes.
and has a presence on screen, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody like, I don't know. Let's take a look. Who could play a good Lex Luthor?
Bryan Cranston all day long.
Oh my God. He seems like somebody who mentally could contest with anyone.
Yeah.
The way he portrays himself on screen.
Oh.
That was a good one. I wasn't
Yeah.
ready for that.
Oh.
I was going to
is
say
a
like
great one.
Jude Law is a good one.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We say him for all of these things, so I can't really say him,
No.
but Idris Elba would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about somebody who's been that
yeah.
role before, like very stoic, very straightforward,
Yeah.
and kind of has that presence without having to do anything.
Yep.
I don't know.
Rob's
I name him
favorite
for
James
everything.
Bond.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
Yeah.
a good actor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
mean,
haven't seen something that I've seen Idris Elba in that I've been like,
Jesse Eisenberg could have been like Ted Kord or something like that, where they're like a tech person in the universe. They're evil. They kind of go back and forth between those lines.
and it was a reimagining of the character. I get that.
Yeah.
They wanted to make him the young
Zuckerberg.
rich guy. And for that, and that there we go. That's a perfect reason I don't blame Eisenberg for his view and the way he did it, because he's going off of his direction.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Just don't listen to Zack Snyder and we'll
You know
all
who-
be fine.
You know who kind of ruined the predictions for me? Heath Ledger.
what do you mean?
Because nobody would have said that
Oh, no.
he was a pick for Joker, and he's the best Joker we've probably
There
ever
were
had.
online campaigns to like uncast him, and people were writing letters and doing all this.
He's
shit.
like ruined it for me, because now I'm like, God, I can't. Like, there's somebody out there who would
everybody
just,
thought he was going to be so bad,
Right.
and he was the best.
and all it took
He's-
was that first trailer
Gotta
for
give
me.
He's the
Yeah,
reason.
chance.
He's the reason that I look at castings now and go, "We'll see."
Yeah.
Instead of no, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Because I was in that boat. Now, granted, I'm not writing any letters, but I'm like, the dude from A Knight's Tale, really?
Yeah.
And then I was watching that preview for another movie, and I remember this specifically, not the movie, but that everybody that went to see that movie was like, Batman trailer is in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that when I went to see it, but we went to see it, and there's that whole robbery scene, and I'm seeing like the masks, and for whatever reason, it didn't click for me. And then at the end, Heath Ledger pulls off the mask and says, "Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stranger," and I was like, I'm in.
And then he did that cackle laugh, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we getting ourselves into? This is amazing.
Yeah.
Just like when Michael Keaton got cast as Batman in like 1989,
Yeah.
there was a letter writing campaign to change it because people were so mad that the guy from Beetlejuice is going to be Batman, and he was great, and now people are begging for him to come back.
Yep.
So suck it, people. So I
Yes,
try not
people.
to judge these people. Like just even Eisenberg, I was like, he could be good.
I did too,
We'll see.
because I liked him a lot. And then I saw his representation. I was like, yeah.
Blech.
Give them a chance until they actually suck.
Yeah.
So okay, let me pose this question. Let's do our own little fan casting. Who could be Poison Ivy?
Don't make it weird.
I've already made it weird. I thought that was obvious. Emma Stone, baby.
I had a feeling.
The
he was
red
gonna say
hair
that.
is there.
Come
It's
on,
perfect.
man. I saw the red
she
hair.
would be excellent.
You know who else would be good? Just thinking of really, really good
don't
actresses.
say Sandra Bullock.
Don't let her name come out of your mouth again.
Ever.
I'll kick
Not
you
my
out of
sweetie
this room.
pie.
Not my sweet darling, honey. She knows the difference. She won't mention you again. I'm sorry. Big fan of the show. Anna Kendrick.
Oh, okay. I like Anna Kendrick.
I think she could do a very wild Poison Ivy as well, but not make it seem overly crazy.
This might be because of what I'm watching right now,
Okay.
but how about Zazie Beetz?
Who is that?
Zazie Beetz played
He's
the girl, the
Domino.
Domino from
Oh!
Deadpool. She's
Oh.
the voice of Amber on Invincible.
Yeah.
That could be a good one. I think she's super talented.
All
Super
right, Ryan, who
talented.
you got? I'm sticking with my original, Emma Stone.
I mean, come on. If anybody's making like a fan poster, they're putting Emma Stone's face on there.
I got another one, too.
I'm gonna go with Ashley Green.
Who's that?
The chick from what is it?
Oh yeah,
The Twilight movies.
Which one's she?
Yeah, she's the pixie-haired sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, she has the look for it.
Yeah.
I've only seen 15 minutes of the first one, so I don't know who that is.
She's actually not a bad actress at
She's
all.
pretty good.
Yeah.
In that movie, she was good, too. In those movies, rather. How about who's your pick, babe?
You can take mine because I don't have one.
Hermione Granger. What's her name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That
She's a grown
girl
up now.
could act her face off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even like Keira Knightley could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh.
She could.
A lot of good choices.
Yeah.
A lot of talented actresses
A lot of
out
talented actors.
Oh, you
out
know
there.
who else could be really good?
there. Tony and Nellis.
Tony and Nellis. Oh, we're bringing it back.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hey,
Hey, I love you.
leaves.
Black Adam castings announced.
Oh, I saw this.
Dwayne Johnson playing the titular character Black Adam. Aldous Hodge playing Hawkman. We finally get Hawkman. We've talked about this.
Nice.
Excited for Hawkman.
Another one that I've been waiting
Now,
for.
there's
needs to
three that
happen.
I was wondering if you could help me out with because I have no idea who they
You're
are.
going to test my deep dive knowledge.
Yeah. Noah Centineo playing Atom Smasher.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool character.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Quindessa Swindell playing Cyclone.
Not too familiar.
Okay. And Sarah Shahi. Thanks a lot to Sarah's parents for making that name so good. Sarah Shahi playing Adriana Tomaz.
Ooh, I don't know who that is. I know Justice Society of America is going to be a big part of this movie. They're like a primitive, kind of early Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that has a lot to do with it. I never really read any of that stuff.
Okay, Mark, okay.
So, you know.
I got to circle back. I have my pick. For
Oh,
maybe.
yes.
you got?
Let's hear
Rachel McAdams.
Okay.
it.
She could do that. Anyway,
Wear
going
pink
on. Sorry.
Wednesdays.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
Okay.
sorry.
And I don't think anybody knows this one.
I'm delayed today.
His name is Pyurki Brosnan playing Dr. Fate.
No.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, only one. I'm like, it's Pierce Brosnan.
I thought instantly you were going to get what I was doing.
I think my eyes crossed. I'm like, who the hell is he talking about?
Pyurki Brosnan?
Pyarky Bros, man.
I know that the.
That's his name now. Pyurki Brosnan, you ever seen him?
I
He
know.
was 007.
I know that The Rock nabbed the kid from Young Rock and put him in the movie.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know which character he's playing, but
He's playing
Well,
young
Young
Black
Rock.
Adam.
no, he's playing a different character. I saw
No,
the
he's not.
casting.
He's playing young Black Adam, and that's
Oh, okay.
final.
Rock, fix it.
Yeah. Rocky. Come on, man.
But I thought that was cool. He's like, you're in my show. You're really good. You're going to be in my movie too.
You play me really well. You know who else you could play? Younger me in this movie.
He just takes him around
That's
everywhere
all he
for
does.
flashbacks.
Hey, I need you to do this workout regimen. You're going to be playing me in 8th grade. I was swollen.
He's like, my arms hurt.
He's like, please, I'm in
Please
so much
stop.
pain. And Rock just keeps giving him the eyebrow. He's
I
like,
wanna see
"Don't
my
Stop
family."
giving me the eyebrow.
Okay.
I don't like this. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we will start talking about all of the Marvel news. That's all of page 2.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of stuff, couple quotes, couple things to get into, and obviously we will get into the biggest news of the year. I don't know why I'm being coy about it. It's on the image. It's Venom, Let There Be Carnage. We're going to dive into that. There's a lot of things to talk about.
Oh, I'm going to have to
Anyway,
pee.
we will be right back. Mark's going to pee. Ryan's going to smoke. Megan is going to just not be able to keep her eyes off me. And I'm
Oh,
just going to
I
sit
mean-
here looking at the computer, waiting for you guys to join us again. Thank you so much.
Correction. I'm going to smoke and pee.
Smoke and pee. Smoke and pee.
Simultaneously.
If you listen to the ads, you're helping us out so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you. I know it's a pain in the ass. I hate ads as much as you do, but they are a necessary evil for us at this stage in our lives when we're still recording in our Funko room. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll be back shortly.
Enjoy your Wawa ad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Alter Ego Podcast. Jack, Ryan, Megan, and Mark.
Ooh, I like the dramatic pause before my name.
And Mark. In a world where Mark was a cyborg, one man must change his batteries.
Oh, no.
In hell.
Oh, I like the turn.
Yeah.
I don't mind
I
this.
always wait for that turn. What if you had to be you could be a cyborg, you live forever, but in order for you to stay awake, you have to have batteries and you have to put them up your butt.
That would suck.
Wait, are they like AAAs or Ds?
And do they vibrate?
You don't get to know.
Like some 9 volts? What's going on?
It's a car battery.
You just
Wow.
Got a Keister car battery. I don't know how that's going to work.
they're like jagged dilithium crystals that you have to fight through. But you only have to, if you want to live for a year, you only have to put 1 in per year.
That prison wallet's going to be fat.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it gets to a point where they just fall back out.
No.
You got to do like Kegel exercises or something.
There
Once
you
they
go.
get in,
Yeah.
Wow, so speaking of, we just got done with DC news. Can we move on? On to the MCU, as I like to call it.
Sue.
My MCU news.
Cool.
McCoo. There it is.
Mr. McCoo.
Very recently, we celebrated 10 years of Thor being in the MCU.
Hooray!
Love it.
And it's like they posted, or Chris Hemsworth posted, 2 relatively unknowns cast in the Thor movie.
That's so
And
funny.
it's like, man, now like Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth, if they're in it, you're like, I'm in.
Yeah, if they're in anything. You're like,
And they're,
"Oh."
and they're nobodies way back when.
I know.
They go, you may recognize Hemsworth from Star Trek. I was like,
gosh.
damn.
And he was in and out of that movie.
He did a remake of Red Dawn before Thor,
Yes, he
and
did.
it was so bad they just shelved it. They went,
Oof.
"Nah, we're not putting it out." And then Thor came out, and they're like, "Starring Chris Hemsworth from Thor."
Yep.
And he was in like 20 minutes of the movie, but he was front and center in the movie poster. When they
Right.
re-released
Everything
it.
about it was him. And
Yeah.
it's like, have you seen Red Dawn?
No.
Do you know what's going to happen to his character? Anyway. And with that, they happened to post, Instagrams, everybody, post a new poster for the Loki series.
Are we
It
supposed to be
just came
actually
out.
looking?
It's
You
Loki.
should. It's Loki. The reason I say that is they posted with a lot of characters that are going to be in this movie, but I'm only interested in one.
Stopwatchy.
Yes.
What are we looking
I don't
at
know
here?
if that's what he's
What's the
called.
post?
So it's on Alter Ego Podcast at Instagram on under Alter Ego Pod.
Yeah. Which one are we talking about?
The Loki poster.
Okay.
And the
only
animated
one that
clock.
says Loki.
Don't.
And the animated clock that's sitting right there.
Okay.
I was unable to see anything but that clock.
Could he be like the mascot for the Time Variance Authority or something
I hope
like that?
not. I hope not. But that would be cool. Yeah.
It's funny how Loki is just going to be Umbrella Academy, as far as that half of things
It's
go.
possible, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, well, it's where they pull. I mean, Time Variance Authority has been in Marvel Comics for a long time.
that
so
clock doesn't have
they
any
pulled
hands
a
on
lot.
it.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Has
They're
2
wearing
hands
white
with gloves, on them.
What?
Thank you, Mark.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your joke.
His arms are no. It doesn't have any face arms.
Face, hand, arms.
Hands on the clock. On the
What,
face of
he
the
needs-
clock.
You're only making this
He
joke
needs
better.
arms, hands, and more hands on his face.
It's a
He doesn't have face hands.
it's a walking clock with arms and legs, but it doesn't have face arms because it's a clock.
He doesn't have to show you what time it is. He can just tell you. He has a mouth.
Oh
Jeez.
my
It's
gosh!
3:32.
Clock lives matter.
What do you want?
Anyway,
Clock gloves matter.
yes. Clock gloves matter.
No
Hand
one likes
clock.
you.
And
You're
face
discriminating
gloves.
against that clock, and you need to stop.
How many hands do you have?
2.
4? Yeah, so does he.
He needs 4.
Wow.
We all
He's
need
a
more.
walking, talking, arms and legged clock.
I'm so in on that character when he shows up. Please let an A-list actor be playing him. Please let George Clooney be playing the animated clock in Loki.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't either. Okay,
I'm
let's...
Al Pacino, and I'm a clock.
Hey, whoa! Where you going, Loki?
Halfway through that sentence, I was going to go for it. Then I went, you know what? Jack's going to do it better. Just set Jack up for it, and he'll knock it down.
Oh, gosh. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. A little bit of news. We ready? We
All
ready
the
for
news.
this? Soundtrack has been completed.
Woohoo! Can't wait.
Put it
Which
on
is
the
what a lot of
Spotify.
people go for is the soundtrack.
Yeah. Like some of the best soundtracks
I'm
in
very
anything.
interested to see where they go with this after he got the Zune
We doing 90s?
Yes.
that has 300 songs on
That
it.
would be pretty
What,
incredible.
salt and pepper? What are we
A
doing?
little salt, pepper,
I would love to see
little TLC.
I would love to see Star-Lord and Rocket jamming out to If You Want to Be My Lover.
Yes. You gotta get with my friends.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be
That's what I
incredible.
want
What
to
song
see.
is that?
Get out of my house.
Spice Girls, man. Come on.
Get out.
Every boy and every
The
girl.
microphone cord isn't that long.
And all the boys in all the world.
Wow.
I don't think that's the words.
It's not.
But, I mean, all the boys in all the world. So
What
why
Spice
not?
Girl are you?
So this is a double up for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Spice up your life.
I
No,
think
I
we
can't.
probably have all seen this. Dave Bautista's recent comments
Yeah.
about Guardianes of the Galaxy.
He could be full of it.
I don't
What
think
did
he is.
What did he post?
He said that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is probably going to be the end for Drax.
Oh.
Well,
He's got DC movies to make after
Yeah.
this.
here's the thing. Let's look at, from a comics perspective, Drax the Destroyer pre-Dave Bautista. And
Non-existent?
now, well, that's partially it. Yeah, you're right.
Played a saxophone.
But I'm talking about the mentality of the Drax the Destroyer and what that character was built for in the comics.
Yeah. True.
Compared to what he is in Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Insurance salesman?
A very straightforward, very literal person who, I don't want to say he's an idiot, but the way they portray him, is kind of an idiot.
There's not a whole lot
Especially in
of
the
character
first one.
development. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been reduced to comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
And the Drax the Destroyer that you want, here's another thing. He's got these two massive daggers. He's walking around. He's muscle bound. When is the last time you saw him stab anybody?
The beginning of Guardians 2. He
No.
went in the stomach of the thing. And
No,
went,
you see him at the end of Endgame going "Gah, gah, 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 gah," on that thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that's still meant as comic relief.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
it
still
was
like, look
kinda
how
fun.
crazy I am. I'm inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's meant to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Because
He's not much of a
stabbing the
destroyer.
back meat of Cull Obsidian, or Black Troll, who's just sitting there taking it. It's not, or no, it's not. It's one of the big
No, I
gorilla
was gonna
things.
say
Yeah.
it's a big non-named character.
Right.
It's a big animalistic
It's
something.
just meant to get a ha-ha.
He's Drax the Amuser.
And his whole story, when you meet him, is I'm going to kill Ronan, and I'm going to kill Thanos.
He was taken over by the power of friendship.
They're responsible for the murder of my wife and my daughter.
You forgot about that real fast.
What?
That whole mission.
Yeah.
After the first movie, he's like, all right.
Right. And then he becomes this literal idiot. And I'm just like, the way I've seen it, like, correct me if I'm wrong, Marvel Universe, but wasn't Drax created for the sole purpose of killing Thanos?
Yes.
And at one point, doesn't he get defeated and he almost like sheds his skin like a snake and a much more powerful version of him shows up?
Maybe. That's
so
where we're going.
maybe that's where that was leading into that, Mark.
Sorry, God.
Jeez.
Maybe he comes out and he's actually green like the comics. No,
Yeah.
too close to Hulk.
He dies,
So-
and then The Rock comes in as a second skin.
The Rock bursts out of him.
The stronger version.
Yeah. I don't see that happening. But here are his comments. So he says that it's going to be the end for him. And then he says he wants Drax recast for a solo movie. And here's the direct quote. I really hope that going forward they'll reboot Drax. And I think Drax the Destroyer could be a standalone film. I think it can be something new and different. I agree.
There's too many characters to start rebooting characters in the Marvel
But see,
cinematic universe.
the situation in which I just described is not a reboot.
I think they're killing all the Guardians after this next movie.
I don't think they get rid of Chris Pratt.
He might be the only one who's sticking around.
Same
but I
with
think
Rocket. Same with Rocket
If
or
you
Groot.
kill Rocket, Mark.
I don't plan on doing it myself.
I think you're wrong in that. I think it's so easy for Vin Diesel to record "I Am Groot" over and over again.
Is he
And-
even still recorded? They just gotta
Yeah.
have it on a loop.
No, he did, and Well, hey, that's fine. If they've got it on a loop, they're still paying him every time it shows up.
They got a machine
Word.
like this, and they just press the button for
Yep.
and group.
Bradley Cooper is not gonna. Why would he quit? All he's doing is recording a few lines.
No, I just think it's a big James Gunn thing because they kind of soured that relationship and they brought him back, but he's still doing DC stuff. And
Which is why I think Batista wants out.
yeah,
He's like, I'm contractually obligated. I'll do that. You brought back James Gunn, so I'll show up. But after that, I'm done.
because he's the one who said, if you don't bring back James Gunn, I'm not doing it. So
Right.
they brought him back. They're like, He was like, all right, I'll do it.
I'll do it, but then I'm done.
Otherwise, if Suicide Squad goes well, he can do Suicide Squad 2, and Bane can show up in that.
Suicide Squad 2. Suicide Squadier.
No, it's Suicide Squad.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But he
That's on the
also has
poster.
said he has no interest in working with Disney. So, I mean,
doesn't?
what
He
can you
was the
say?
one at the forefront of yelling and screaming when all that shit happened.
He was the first one to come out and say, I won't do it without him.
Batista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting.
And everybody else is like, yeah, sort of.
So here's another one that was interesting, and this is another twofer about Emily Blunt. We all familiar with who Emily Blunt is?
Yeesh.
John Krasinski's wife, very, very well-renowned actress in her own right.
From a very silent place.
Mary Poppins, A Quiet Place. She's been in a lot of movies. She's going to be up in Jungle Cruise with The Rock very soon.
All up in the rock.
She was
really, really like her to be Miss Fantastic.
Mhm.
Well, he's got
Sue
some
Storm?
news for you.
Susan Storm. Her comments regarding that, she shot down Fantastic Four casting rumors. Here's the quote. It's not that it's beneath me. I don't know if superhero movies are for me. They're not up my alley. I don't like them. I really don't. When asked about if she was going to play Sue Storm.
Did
So-
she happen to say anything about her husband
No.
being
So, do you think this is true, or do you think this is her
way of
trying
hiding it?
to throw everybody off the scent?
So here's another bit of news that we'll cover both of these.
Ah, okay.
I think you're right. Because the next bit of news was that she was originally going to play Black Widow,
Oh, yeah, like all the
But
way up
had
until
to-
right before production.
but had to drop out because she was making Gulliver's Travels. So, okay, Emily, I appreciate what I hope you're doing.
she was going to make them back in, like,
Yeah.
2008 when
You were
they
all
didn't
for
have
it
any...
then, and now you're not? Now that they're a worldwide phenomenon, you could come in as the First Lady of Marvel?
Yeah. I mean, in the same way that Andrew Garfield's like, I'm not playing Spider-Man. They haven't even called me.
Yep.
I'm like, that guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
They called him.
I feel the
they
same
texted
way.
him. They didn't call him.
Yeah. They did something. They Venmo'd him his paycheck.
Oh, my God.
I don't know,
No
man.
transaction
I just
fees.
don't see that being true. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get to see a husband and wife play the first family of Marvel. That would be cool.
They're a
but
very
yeah.
talented couple. Like,
Yeah.
let them do it together.
Everybody wants it, but hey, you don't always get what you
Because
want.
Emily Blunt hates truckloads of money, apparently.
Well, they are a married couple with children. I could see that schedule being quite cumbersome.
She's invisible half the movie anyway, so she only has to be on set very few days.
Just John has to be there.
So it's kind of like A Quiet Place, except for she's not seen this time instead of she doesn't have to talk.
Right.
Works.
Hey, yeah, they both did A Quiet Place.
There you go.
And A Quiet Place, too.
But one of those movies doesn't command half as much press as the
true.
MCU does.
She can do all of her
You're
press as the
talking
Invisible Woman.
post-production press. You're talking post-release press. I mean, it is a full-time commitment to do the Marvel movies. RDJ took home his truckload of money and was like, I'm actually done with this. It's a lot.
That's true. But he
So-
was in like 20 of them.
Yeah. Last bit of news before we get into what we came here to talk about. Anthony Mackie is not ruling out a Black Panther 2 appearance. Didn't know that was on the table,
Yeah.
but why would he?
He's not ruling it out.
Yeah, of course you're not. It's Black Panther. You're going to want to be in it.
I mean, the previous Captain America had a big relationship with
T'Chaka.
T'Chaka, and White Wolf spent his time over at
Yeah.
in Wakanda.
And spoiler alerts for Falcon Winter Soldier. His brand new suit came from Wakanda.
He's going to go just to get a tune-up.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he
software
goes to. I think he goes to pay respects to T'Challa.
Yeah.
I think they show him almost in a Iron Man send-off.
We better
Funeral.
see freaking old man Steve Rogers at that funeral, if there is one.
Wouldn't be shocked.
That would be pretty effing crazy.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, and I think Chris Evans would be all on board for something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'd like to see Anthony Mackie show up. I love when universes collide.
Yeah.
No matter what the level, I still like to see it. So, let's get into this. Let's talk the trailer coming out for Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Have we all seen it, first and foremost?
No.
Oh, my. Oh.
Yeesh.
Okay, I know you've seen it. You've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So, first impressions.
How many times have you seen it?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Double digits?
I'd mind some space on this.
He likes to watch them on a loop, and then on another loop,
Yeah.
and then on an extra loop, just in case he missed something.
I watched it once, and then I went, you know what? We're going to talk about it on the podcast. Better watch it again. So
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
Okay. So what were your initial things that stood out to you about this trailer?
They're very mixed. I think I'm going to go last.
Wow.
I don't want to put a dour spin on anything.
Okay. How about you?
I mean, I liked it. It's the first trailer that we got, so we didn't get a whole lot of information, obviously. But I do, as always, love the comedic side of Venom.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I liked that. And
Yeah.
a Venom, not obviously Betty Brock, but like
Yeah.
when he's sitting there and he's trying to cook stuff and his whole house is all like crazy, and then he squirts the ketchup and it gets all over the place because it's Venom doing it and not him. Like, I like that side of it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of worried that it's going to be a little heavy on the comedic side
Bingo.
and not as R-rated, gory. This needs to be like the darkest movie that Marvel has released so far.
Is this Andy Serkis's first? Is this his directorial debut? It can't be.
No, he's done some other smaller stuff. But
Gotcha.
Like, if the next trailer doesn't have some gory ass shit in it, which I know it won't because the trailer plays everywhere.
they can do a red band trailer.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. If there isn't a trailer that comes out that's like, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. I'm obviously not going to not watch the movie, and I will expect, unfortunately, something crazy to happen. But if we don't get a trailer with something that shows that this is the dark, extra R-rated movie that we all need,
we need this.
we do.
I don't know. Did we get a rating
No.
for Venom 2?
I was going to say it's more than likely going to be PG-13 like the last one was.
And I'm
Probably.
That's that to me is a mistake.
yes.
It is.
If you're going to put Carnage in a movie and you don't make it rated R, I'm worried for you.
That's
Yes.
why I don't really care about this movie, to be quite honest. Like, I'll watch it, but
The
That's-
fact that we don't have a rating yet is promising.
I mean, the Venom stuff held out to the last minute, and they finally said PG-13, like a month before it came out.
So I feel like I'm going to enjoy it regardless, but I don't want to be let down, and I feel like I'm worried that I'm going to be let down.
The Venom character in the trailer seemed very in the
Childish.
vein of Deadpool. Like, are they trying to turn that up? And I'm like, okay, the only way to redeem this for me is if they're turning that goofiness up to 11, so that way when Carnage shows up and he turns the violence up to 11. Like,
Yeah.
to show that huge contrast between the symbiotes.
That's
I'm cool with that.
what
but
I'm
if,
hoping for.
If Venom's like, oh my god, breakfast, and he's like doing all that shit, and it's, I don't know what happened to the voice between the first movie and the second movie.
It's the same guy. It's still Tom Hardy.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's just like weird.
That's actually really well done. Yeah.
He's just very jovial and just
and
very
it's less
I'd say that
like
is-
it's less in the chest.
yeah.
I disagree. I think it's the same exact setting as the first one, but it's the attitude that's changed for
Yeah,
Venom.
he didn't seem very goofball-y to you.
He did. He seemed a lot goofball-y to me in this one.
And he's like,
And
here
I
you
was
go.
kind of like,
Which, I mean, it's still funny.
It's funny, but I'm like, that's not what I want from Venom.
No. But I would like to see, like you said, the heavy contrast to where, like, we might start it off to where we're seeing a lot of that kid play, like, that he gives,
And then somebody gets their head chopped off.
and he just, like, rages.
yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
I think they're trying to, and so in the history of Venom, Venom has tricked Eddie a lot of times. He has taken over a lot of times and done things without Eddie Brock's permission, so to speak. So I don't know if it's a setup, if it's him showing, hey, look, Eddie, we're good, man. I'm not eating any people because there's that big sign in the beginning that says Rule 1, don't eat people. And I think the way they're setting it up is a big internal struggle because obviously in the trailer, Tom Hardy looks so done with Venom.
He does.
He looks like, I'm so sick of it. He looks like a single mom that's been with her 3 kids all day.
He looks so worn out, like he doesn't sleep because the only time he can sleep is when Venom's awake.
Right.
Like that's how I saw that too. And when he's in the little convenience store, what's her name? Mrs. Kim?
Mrs. Chen.
Mrs. Chen.
That's racist.
Stop it. I was close, just from my memory. Sorry.
What do they all look alike?
No, come on. Anyway, when he's in the convenience store and Venom's literally saying, "I will eat her."
Well, that's so.
No, he just, I will eat her.
Well, he doesn't sound like Oscar the Grouch.
Jack doesn't appreciate my voices.
That was a good Oscar the Grouch, though.
Well,
Or Cookie Monster, maybe.
I get that, and it's just that voice that they put on for Tom Hardy, and
He sounds like Cookie Monster. That's what it is.
It does.
well,
It's a
I
little-
disagree with that, but that's okay.
A
I'm
bit.
neither here nor there.
A tad.
No,
You're too much of a fanboy. You're too close to this.
Yeah.
that's
You
might
gotta
be
your
right.
opinion
Step
doesn't
back.
We got
matter.
to take you off the case. You're too emotionally involved.
Yes, that's a great
anytime
point.
Anytime I hear Venom going doobie doo doobie da, like I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
You never know. He's also on a new planet, accustomed to new things, so maybe that's what it is. But that's
just learned about
neither
scat,
here nor there.
so, you know.
He's singing the song that's playing in the background.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard the song, but he's actually singing word for word the song that's playing.
Okay.
Yeah. And it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. You're absolutely right. And I'm just kind of like that. When I started hearing that, I'm like, what are we doing here?
So the Venom stuff made me go a little heavy-handed on the goofy side.
Yeah.
But the
Carnage
Carnage stuff
stuff.
made me go, give me more.
Yes.
I want more of this. Make
And
it
that's-
crazy. Make it
that's
violent.
Where I say, I don't know if I want more Carnage or I want more Cletus Cassidy.
That's the thing.
Because
And I'm telling you, I mean, Woody Harrelson cannot fall flat. So I think regardless, it's going to be a success. However, I don't want them to have cast him to be Carnage and it be a disappointment because I will be very, very sad. I feel like they would have absolutely missed the mark if they have this in the holster and they fuck it up. Like,
Depends on what their CGI budget is how much Carnage there is in this movie.
and
even
that's,
Woody or even Cletus Cassidy, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Woody Harrelson in general.
Oh,
they
yeah.
have him in the barrel and they fuck it up because they want to go PG-13. I will be very disappointed.
I think that's a wrong move if they do go PG-13. There's a certain level of, pun intended, carnage that you need to have
yeah.
if you're going to introduce that character. If you've read a single one of his comics, Carnage just kills people
was gonna
for
say,
fun because he feels like it.
He's one of the nastiest, most vile characters in Marvel that I am aware of. There's probably several that are, comparable or even worse.
Well, we talked about it on Carnage USA. He
Yeah.
kills an entire town.
And babies and children. He doesn't give a shit.
I'm
No.
gonna
He
make
just wrecks. His name is Carnage, for fuck's sake.
I'm gonna make a very bold prediction.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
PG-13 because they still are hoping that for that MCU integration at some point.
Well, then you got Deadpool might go R.
Might.
Well, they've already come out and
Deadpool's
said it
going
is
R.
going to be
I don't
R.
think, but I don't know if Sony's going to pull the trigger on that. And I also believe that Carnage, one of my favorite characters from Marvel Comics, one of my favorite villains, is going to be Red Venom. He's going to have no defining characteristics. He's not going to have any of the attributes that we appreciate about the character. He's just going to be a red symbiote.
Well, that's
I hope not.
my interpretation of Carnage is that he is much more Cletus Cassidy than anything else.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The actual Carnage symbiote you never really hear from. It's
Yeah.
always Cletus
It
that's
is
doing the
Cletus.
driving.
No, when I
Controls it.
say Red Venom, I mean that they're not going to treat
They're not going to treat him
Carnage
like
Carnage. They're not going to give him those edges that make him the character that he is. He's just going to be a symbiote man.
And that's what I hope is wrong because I want to see how the symbiote gets to to Cletus in the first place,
Same.
because that comes from Eddie Brock saying, I will no longer be with you, Venom, if you're going to kill people. So Venom, as a symbiote, in order to stay with Eddie, purges the violence, the need to kill, all those attributes from himself, and it
That's
comes out
what-
into pure concentrated evil, which is Carnage.
Yep.
And then it goes to the cell next to him and jumps onto pure evil incarnate, which is Cletus Cassidy. So it's kind of a match made in heaven. So that's where I want to see what happens, because you also show that picture of Eddie walking down the hall and Venom going out like he wants to bite that police officer. And so I'm like, is this such a bad situation where Venom just can't control himself? He wants to eat it, and eventually Tom's like, I'm sick of you, I'm done, you're out of here. And then Venom says, no, I can get rid of this, I can do it. And that's what we get.
Well, that would be a lot cooler than what I think's going to happen.
It shows
Give us the spoiler. Maybe that will give us a little bit more insight to what.
Do we have a spoiler?
it's not really a spoiler per se, but there
You
is
had some inside
that
news.
police officer. His name is Patrick
Yes.
Mulligan.
We've talked about him before.
We have. Do you know who Patrick Mulligan is?
No.
He is the host of a certain symbiote named Toxin.
Oh, okay.
So I don't see it developing so much to where Venom gets an offspring and then Carnage gets one in the same movie.
So double split?
But the introduction of Patrick Mulligan to me, I'm like, yeah.
Do we know who's playing Patrick Mulligan?
I don't know the name of the actor. He's a British actor who's very, very good. He was in Snatch. He played Tommy.
Is
in
he
Snatch.
like well
He's in a
known?
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Is if he's well known, that we're probably going to see him
Yeah.
more.
He's a
Smash
good
references in 2 days.
yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Like Dex?
Patrick
name is
Mulligan.
The character's name is Patrick Mulligan. I forget his name. You can Google it. It's worth the Google.
Do you think we're going to get like a Shriek?
We are getting a Shriek, played by Naomi Harris.
Oh, okay.
So she has been cast on IMDb as Shriek.
So it seems like you're getting the whole gang or whatever of them is what it's going to happen in this movie.
Shriek is not a symbiote.
Oh.
She is I guess I don't know what they're going to call her, a metahuman or whatever it is.
She's like a
with powers.
robo symbiote kind of thing, right?
No.
Is she
this
the one who
isn't-
can control technology? or
That's a
that-
symbiote that can do that.
Which one is that? The doctor that can...
I can't remember her name off the
she
top
was
of
in
my
Carnage
head.
USA.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Which
but
one?
Shriek is a what?
Which one are you
The
talking
doctor that shows up at the
Scorn?
end. Scorn?
about?
Is
I
that
think it's
it?
Scorn.
I don't know.
I did an ass ton of research on them, so I'm trying. I think it's Scorn.
Yeah, it could be. But Shriek is an actual person who teams up with Carnage in a lot of comics.
Okay.
And she looks like she's at that Ravenclaw or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's Scorn.
Scorn is who you're thinking of.
Yes.
That's not who that is.
Okay. I'm a little apprehensive as to a bunch of symbiotes showing up in the same movie that
Which
is
is-
going to take away from the
This-
grandest symbiote villain of all time.
This should be Carnage and Venom,
Yeah.
period. I don't want to see any others. I mean, if Toxin gets hinted at or something like that, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to see Carnage be a one and done.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little
Who is
annoyed
Shriek?
that you see Carnage before you see him and have an interaction with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also we see Venom without a Spider-Man.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
You go in the first Venom, no Spider-Man. And then the second one, now there's Carnage, still no Spider-Man.
so here are the Andy Serkis comments regarding the movie. There are links between Venom and Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe and the Spider-Man story, but we're treating this very much as its own world. There are little nods and moments, but on the whole, Venom or Eddie Brock, is unaware. They, as a universe, are unaware at this point of characters like Spider-Man.
Well, like there's that little tease in the trailer where he smashes the spider and he's like, "Heroes aren't real," or whatever he said.
The
Something
hero
like that.
never comes.
The hero never comes. So that's a little.
Yeah, and there's also little nods, though, to the Spider-Verse in the MCU. For instance, when they show Patrick Mulligan, he is reading the Daily Bugle,
Crazy.
which you're like, oh, Daily Bugle. That's a weird thing to nerd out over, but it is what it is. And
Is this what you just posted? Because I'm kind of freaking out to find out.
there's also a quote on that newspaper that some guy out there slowed down by every frame of this trailer. And one of the headlines in that newspaper says, Avengers lose to Nightmare.
Oh.
Right.
And I'm kind of like, I'm in.
I was thinking about this. Because we're not going to get Tom Holland Spider-Man in this universe.
You don't know that.
I don't think we will. I know you're going to like this. I
It's
know
the
you're going to like this.
Sonyverse, so.
What if
never
we
know.
got Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in this universe?
I'm
I'd
all
be
in.
happy. I'd be happy about
Because
it.
the
chemistry
tone
would
of
be
this
really good,
movie
too.
seems a lot more like those movies than it would in the MCU.
How insane would it be
He just shows up. He's like,
If you have-
I'm Peter B. Parker.
if you have Peter Parker as Andrew Garfield and there's even a nod to Multiverse of Madness?
And he's like, I just got back from this other movie, and
No,
now
I mean,
I'm
like
Spider-Man here.
Even a nod to Doctor Strange. I mean, that would be incredible. Do I think it's going to happen? There's a lot of red tape, a lot of characters that would need to be respected, a lot of franchises that would need to be respected in order for that to happen. Would I love to see it? Yeah. Part of me wishes Sony cared as much about these properties and how awesome these movies could be as I did, because I know part of them is like, no, this is mine.
Yeah.
My Venom, my Carnage.
If I had to make a choice, I think I would prefer an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in these movies than a Tom Holland. I would rather them carve out their own universe with Morbius and all this other stuff than trying to like force this into the MCU in some way, shape, or little nook in the corner.
Well, if you say Tom Holland's not going to be there, Morbius has already in the trailer interacted with Vulture, who was in Spider-Man Far From
Yeah,
Home.
so maybe
not
not
Far From
Morbius.
Home or Homecoming. So
I just want Andrew Garfield, I guess. I don't know.
me too. Me too.
Gross.
But if it was Tobey Maguire, I'm like, ugh, no.
Nope, I'm out.
That's how I feel too about Andrew Garfield. I mean, he's all right, but meh.
Yeah, he was the best Spider-Man not named Tom Holland.
The guy that's playing Patrick Mulligan is Stephen Graham.
Stephen
Yes.
Graham. I got a question too. You looked at IMDb?
No, I have not.
Well, on the bottom of that, for
It's
the trailer,
not in the actual IMDb, I don't think, but go ahead.
yes, it says violence and gore severe.
That's on IMDb.
Yeah.
So we are ending this episode very
Severe.
hopeful. Very hopeful.
It's gotta be. It's gotta
Venom
be.
2, colon,
Here's another thing.
severe violence and gore.
Looking at Andy Serkis and his history of trying to be true to things and like his motion capture work and everything that he does, I don't see him looking at that and going, you know what, studio, we could do PG-13. No
This
problem."
movie's going to look great. We know that. All the motion capture for the symbiotes is going to look amazing.
I think little nitpicky items for me, because you guys know I adore Carnage as a character. No black teeth, and I think he's way too big.
Yeah.
Carnage?
Yeah. I think he's way too big. And him, like, doing that big, powerful display where he's grabbing the metal and it's breaking under. I was like, no.
Do you think to scale he's bigger than Venom in this?
No. Oh, no, I don't think he's bigger than Venom.
Okay, good.
He better not be.
Yeah.
So he isn't in the comics even.
No, he's much
Venom-
smaller.
Venom's huge.
Venom's way bigger. Because Carnage is a skinny little,
He's a skinny
lanky
little-
man.
yeah.
Well, he's tall but lanky.
And then you have Eddie Brock, who's built like a freaking refrigerator.
Yeah, he's the Hulk, basically, but with a symbiote on him.
Yeah.
And a really nice high and tight haircut in the comics.
Yeah. But I don't know. Those are a couple things that I noticed that I was like, man, I really want to see this thing. But I'm like, am I being too nitpicky? Maybe. I'm still going to go see it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie. But to me, I was just like, I'm kind of worried about the playfulness of Venom. Where does that go?
Do his playful voice. I want to hear you do it.
What?
Do that playful Venom voice. I want to hear it.
I don't even know the words to say for him.
Something about scrambled eggs and ketchup.
He's singing the song.
What song is it? I don't know.
It's you say something, let's call the whole thing off.
I don't know.
And he doesn't even sing it on key, which that really irked me too.
All I remember is ta-da! Like, that's all I remember from that.
Yeah, when he throws it in front of him. He's
Yeah.
like, ketchup.
And it just
Yeah,
All over
it
the wall.
explodes, and then he throws it. I'm like, that doesn't, to me, feed into Venom as much, because they're such a good team. They're such a good unit. They're so
Supposed to be in
symbiotic
sync, yeah.
that I would imagine if Venom was cooking and Eddie is in charge, it looks like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're showing it kind of chaotic, and maybe that's to represent the relationship.
Yeah, all the eggs had shells and shit in
Yeah.
it. Like,
Exactly.
He's like,
so I'm
breakfast!
kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I am currently in neutral with this movie. I am not full speed ahead. And to me, at first when I was watching it, I was freaking out because I was just so happy to finally see Carnage on screen. Mm-hmm. But after the trailer was over, I was like, there are some. I have notes.
I'm going to try and manage my
questions.
going
I
into
have
this.
questions.
Yeah,
I'm in park.
Sure. Okay. I want to let you know that was not a spoiler for our listeners at home.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, honestly, the first Venom didn't really do much for me. Like, it didn't really interest me in wanting to see more of that universe.
I thought there was more to go there, but I think the SWAT team fight in Venom 1 is the best representation of Venom or a symbiote.
Where he's on the bike and stuff,
that
all
we've
that?
had. No, when he's there and they're like, you really don't want to do this, and then they put the mask on. Yeah.
I like the car chase part. With the bikes, he's pulling shit together, he's grabbing stuff, throwing them through the air. I like it.
Yeah. I thought that was good. I
like Tom Hardy. There's a lot of potential there.
I'm ready to see the white symbol on the Venom.
He's got to grab Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you have that really cool thing.
Yep.
I don't know. That's what I want to see. But
Megan left.
Yeah. Oh, she had to hit to the Wiz Palace. But that's going to, I think, do it for us here. I don't know. I'm still excited to see it, and we're going to make Ryan watch the trailer as soon as this episode's over.
Oh, boy.
Buckle up.
Yeah, get ready. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a good one.
Me too. I hope so. I love Carnage, so...
So do I.
You love him more than I do.
I know.
You know what? I kind of hope that they ruin this for you. They ruined Endgame for me.
Oh, they ruined Endgame for you? By the way, that's one of our most popular episodes.
Nice.
Is our Endgame debate episode.
Because of the handsome face-to-face
There's
picture.
so many comments on there that like, wow, Jack, you really destroyed him.
Yeah, I wouldn't even doubt it.
They're all from
true.
Ryan.
That's not true. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out the Alter Ego Podcast. We love you guys. We'll see you next week for some Invincible? We shall see. Ryan actually watched it.
I was
Twice.
second.
He did.
Can I get a hot tub?
You want a hot tub?
Yeah.
You live in Florida.
Fair point. Can I get a pool?
Get you an ice bath.
For what? What's the purpose?
Swimming.
I can't swim.
Oh.
Why?
Jack, don't ask him why. It's racist.
I'm black.
Why?
It's going so long. Breakfast!